The state has sought to allay fears that the 64 billion shilling Thwake Dam on the border of Kitui and Makueni counties will be a sewage reservoir once it is completed. Water and Sanitation Principal Secretary Joseph Irungu today said that his ministry is committed to cleaning Athi River. The Principal Secretary visited the site to inspect progress of the Vision 2030 project. Although the building of the dam is behind schedule by 3%, Mr. Irungu exuded confidence that it will soon be on course. On completion, the dam is expected to hold 700 million liters of water, which will be used for domestic purposes, irrigation, and generation of electricity. Water from the dam is also expected to run the proposed Konza Techno City on the border of Kajiado, Machakos, and Makueni counties.
Bila shaka tumeona hayo mambo katika vyombo vya magazeti na nafikiri that's a very genuine concern. Ni jambo ambalo lipo kwa sababu haya maji yana uchafuzi kiasi na kama unavyojua hatuwezi jenga damu ya kima cha shilingi bilioni 42 tushikilie maji ya uchafu. Tuna mikakati ambayo tuko nayo na kitambo hii damu ishe, bila shaka tutakuwa huu mto tumeusafisha. Tumeanza na hata hatukuanza wakati magazeti yalipoandika, tulikuwa tumeanza tayari. Na jambo la kwanza ambalo tumefanya kama wizara, tumefanya mapping ya huu mto. Huu mto unaanzia mahali panaitwa Ngong. Hapo ndio huu mto unaanzia na halafu unateremka mpaka hapa. Bila shaka tumekuwa na watu wachache ambao wamekuwa wanachafua huu mto. Kuna viwanda ambavyo vimekuwa vinaweka uchafu wao katika mto. Na kuna wakazi wengine, kuna mitaa ambayo imekuwa inaweka uchafu katika mto. Na tumeuliza regulatory authorities sababu mpaka tuanze na sheria yenyewe, sababu sheria iko. Na katika wizara yangu kuna Water Resources Authority ndio wanafanya hiyo mapping ambayo nimesema. Na shortly mtaona watu wakipelekwa kotini ili wanawake, hiyo litakuwa jambo la kwanza kufanya ili tuweze kuweka sheria kamili. Kwa hivyo baada ya hapo tuna mipango ya kusafisha huu mto. Sio vigumu. Nimesikia katika dunia huu sio mto ambao ndio chafu zaidi kushinda mingine. Tumekuwa na mito hata tumesikia kutoka China. Kuna mto unaitwa Yangtze. Ulikuwa mchafu kushinda huu. Kwa hivyo huu hautushidi. Kama wizara tuko na mikakati na bila shaka tutafanya hayo. Kitambo tuweze kuweka maji hapa kwa damu. Hatuwezi weka damu ambayo itashikilia uchafu. Itakuwa that is not the value for money. So of course we have elaborate arrangements, but like I have told you, it takes a bit of time before we catch up with everybody, and then we have this river clean. It will be clean, that one I can assure you. The challenge of our rivers, of course, you know, with the increasing population, we have people who have encroached a lot on the riparian areas, and they are the ones that cause much of the pollution in the rivers by putting human waste. And then of course, we started by demolishing some structures in Nairobi. We want to get those structures away from the riparian, and that exercise is known to you. We have a program in Nairobi of the Nairobi River Regeneration Program in Nairobi. It's already on course. But we also have industries, of course, that are also complicating our riverways by putting their waste on rivers. So that is the challenge that we have as we see it. And what it means, we need to empower our regulatory authorities to invoke the law, because we have laws. And if the laws have a challenge, then we need to amend them. But for now, we have adequate laws. It's a question of enforcement. And we have put the enforcement agencies on notice. That is the Water Resource Management Authority, and then of course the NEMA itself. They are the ones that are supposed to do that on behalf of the national government. The local authorities are also very, very critical, because they are the ones who license the factories. And therefore they also need to come in and assist us manage these monies. It's a problem across the country. It's not just the Nairobi River, but we are very, very conscious. And we have to do what it takes as a national government, because we manage water as a natural resource. That is the responsibility of the national government, and we shall continue doing that. But we also call upon the local governments to also assist us in having the water service providers also putting all measures in place so that we do not see waste and pollution happening in our rivers.
posh houses.
Well, for us, there is no posh or whatever you call it. There is anybody who pollutes the river, whether you are living in a posh house or you are living in a lower, grass house. To us, that is already an aggression on the river itself. So an action will be taken on any. And if you have cited any, you need to give us evidence that it's happening. Because if you can put up a posh house, you also should be able to manage your own waste. That is what our understanding is. But I think nobody is allowed to pollute our rivers, because if you do so, then you are putting in danger the lives of all the Kenyans who are making use of the river downstream, and we cannot allow that as a government.
Nairobi sewerage was built in 1970s, but it has been going on. The improvement has been going on. Just 3 years ago, we finished the trunk sewers along Madare River, along Kiu River, but the laterals were not done. Currently, the sewerage coverage in Nairobi is 50%, but we are starting another program with Africa Development Bank that will improve this to 80%, and it's commencing this financial year. Even today, it is in the papers for consultancy services, for design services, to commence it. Once this is done, it will improve coverage. So most of the estate will be covered. Yeah.
Reporting for Kenya Digital News, I am Joy Chalo.